Hi, this is Wise Wolf with a message to encourage you to consider improving your food reserve storage. Inflation is here causing food and energy prices to rise with no end in sight. In this period of economic uncertainty, eFoods Global is making certain that hunger is no option. For a complete product list, go to booksmart.myefoods.com. Again, that's booksmart.myefoods.com. Try eFoods Global. It's the gold standard of food reserves. Welcome to the Wise Wolf Project. I'm your host, Wise Wolf. It is Friday, May 20th, 2011. Over the last few weeks, I've heard and seen a lot of things, especially concerning silver. Uh, Apparently, those who got in thought it was going to be a joyride, an easy ride. And then we got the smackdown of our lives, 30% hit. And, now people are second guessing, whether they were right, blah, 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 this. Let me help hopefully try to bring some clarity to this whole situation. Uh, and I don't want to talk about the COMEX. I don't want to talk about the CME. I don't want to talk about manipulated prices or anything like that. I want to talk about you because that's really what's most important, what you think, how you view the situation. First of all, you need to understand why you're investing in the first place. Just a general thing. It doesn't have to be something magical. I want to make more money. Could be a reason. I think the dollar is trash and so I'm using this as an arbitrage. Doesn't have to be whatever it is to you, you have to know why you're investing. Number two, you need to know something about the asset class that you are investing in. If you're in commodities and specifically you're in silver, why are you in silver? If you like stocks and bonds, why are you investing in those? And then you have to go even further. If I'm in stocks, let's say, and I want to invest in Apple, why do I want to invest in Apple? Because these things have to be in order for you to make sound decisions. If you're only making the decision because somebody else told you, then that is not very sound and that is not a reason to invest. I don't care who it is. If you are a person who loves Max Kaiser, he pushes silver heavily. But that does not mean that you should invest in it. It has to be personal to you. If you're a person that likes Peter Schiff, Peter Schiff likes gold, among other things. If you're going to invest in those asset classes, it has to be personal to you. You have to know why you're investing. They've told you why they're investing. But do those circumstances, are they valid for your situation? Because everybody's situation is different. Here on YouTube, it may not be feasible for me to invest in silver and gold. I love Robert Kiyosaki's viewpoint. The only reason he's really in gold and silver is because he has no other place to put his cash. He's getting so much. Well, if you're in a situation like that, then, that may be a way, and he doesn't trust government. So he places his money in silver and gold. Your situation may be totally different, and it probably is. So you have to realize what it is for you. Now, for me, I have just 5 reasons. Now, I actually have more, but I'm just going to give you 5 reasons of why I'm in silver, or why I began to purchase silver years ago. First of all, I felt like the dollar was falling in value. Number 2, I could see that the government was running deficits. At that point, they were running close to 500 billion. Thirdly, silver was a consumable commodity, which means it's going to get to the point where it's very scarce. Scarcity leads to higher prices. Much of the reason diamonds are valuable because there aren't a lot of them out there. Number 4, at that time, silver had not reached its nominal 1980 high. I hear people talking about bubbles, and it's like, well, how exactly is that possible? And you haven't even reached the old high. How are you in a bubble? And they've been printing more money since that time. I don't get it. Number five, it's easily convertible, at least for me, back into cash, into dollar form, should I need to do that. So those were five. Now I have others, but let's just deal with those five. And for me to sell, three of these five have to not exist anymore. They have to be changed. So now let's go back. Today, is the dollar still falling in value? Yes. I mean, it's risen, but it's risen against other currencies, which are falling in value. So we can see it at our when we go to the grocery store, go to fill up our tanks. These are symptomatic of a declining dollar, our purchasing power. So that's still in effect. Number two, government is running huge deficits. Well, at that time, like I said, it was running about $500 billion. Well, it's 1.5 trillion now. It's three times greater. So they're still running huge deficits. So that's still in place. Three, silver is consumed. I don't know how many Apple commercials I've seen with iPads and this, that, and the other. More computers, more technology. All of those things require silver. So silver is still being consumed. Number four, silver hasn't reached its nominal high. Now, it reached it, but it fell back. So we're still below our 1980 high of $50. It's still cheap relative to even just the nominal high, not even getting into including inflation and putting inflation into the equation. And number five, it's easily convertible into cash. Well, I've sold some of my silver. Not a lot, but I sold some. And I got cash for it. So all five of the reasons why I invested in the first place still exists. Until three of those things changes, I'm still in it. I don't care where silver goes. And you have to have that fortitude within you to not let the price sway you. There is a macro event happening. It is unfolding before our very eyes. We look at what's happening when I talk about budget deficits. Well, our federal government has just said that it is going to have to borrow, quote unquote, federal employees' pensions. Why? Because they haven't raised the debt ceiling. Why? Because we already have a debt problem. That's why. This problem is, as far as I'm concerned, is not going to be fixed with lip service. I'm sorry. Furthermore, nothing goes up in a straight line. People were all so happy when silver was going. You couldn't get people from stop from jumping on the train. But now that it's pulled back, and it's pulled back so violently, it's pulled back so fast, people are now questioning whether they should have gotten it. And in some cases, some people are actually selling. Well, those people, you shouldn't have been investing in the first place. If you don't have a fundamental reason for why you're investing in something other than the fact that it's going up, you do not need to be investing. Period. Period. Put a dot on it. Close it. Lock it up. It's over. You should not be involved in it whatsoever. And that goes for if you're investing in commodities, stocks, bonds, whatever. If you don't have an inkling of what you're doing or why you're investing in it or why that asset is important and how it's going to help your cause, you shouldn't be in it whatsoever. That's my time. Thank you for listening. Remember, the invisible is more important, more powerful than the visible. Think about it.